Today we're going to be looking at the latest offering from Pergear, their 25mm f1.7 for Sony APSC, and that's coming right up. Now, a quick little disclaimer, Pergear, they did send me this lens free of charge. I do get to keep it, but that in no way influences my opinion about this lens. They didn't tell me what to say, they didn't pay me for this video, and they don't get to see this video before it's released. But this video does have a sponsor, and that's Artlist, and a little bit more on them later. So at 25mm, I mean, that comes out to a 37.5mm full frame equivalent, which is really good for portraits, landscape, and even street photography. And keeping in mind that this is a manual lens, so you're going to have to adjust the aperture and the focus yourself on it. Now, since this is a manual lens, there are no electronics on the rear and no weather sealing. The front has a 37mm filter thread, and the lens has a multi-layer coating that has been applied to individual elements to reduce flare and ghosting for greater contrast and color accuracy, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later. The front and rear caps are made of plastic, but the body is a solid metal build with a very smooth focus ring and a nice clicked aperture ring that'll go from f1.7 to f22 with 10 aperture blades. And the focus throw on this is 90 degrees. Now, even though that this is a very small lens, this lens comes in at 162.8 grams, so it does have some beefy feel to it. So when you're talking about lenses, the main thing is what is its optical quality. So let's take a look at some photographs on the Sony ZV-E10, the Sony a7 IV, and also the Sony FX30 with some photographs and also a couple of little video clips with it. Ready, set, go. And this video is sponsored by Artlist. It is your one-stop shop for everything that you need to be creative on YouTube or for commercial projects. Music, very simple to look up. If you need sound effects, they've got it. If you need visual effects, some footage, some supplemental footage, they've got that covered. They've even got software for you. They got plugins, they got templates. You name it, they have it all. And the greatest thing is once you download a song, it is yours to use forever. Click my link in the description below to get an extra 2 months off of your subscription to Artlist. Artlist Max, take your creativity to the max. Now ideally, the images, the photographs from this lens, ideally are going to be better at f2 to f4 because at f1.7, what happens is it starts to lose a lot of contrast. And yes, you can fix that in editing, but that's just something that I just wanted to note. And when you're looking up at the sun, there is a little bit of ghosting going on with this lens, and you can definitely see the nice little sun flare of the 10 aperture blades. Now, I will say that manually racking focus with this is very, very, very smooth. And considering that it's got a 90-degree focus throw on it, it's very easy to do those nice, subtle, smooth focus pulls. And I will say that the bokeh looks really nice out of this, especially at f2. They're nice and round. There's not any type of onioning going on in the bokeh. Now, this might not be the best or the sharpest lens out there, but considering that it's $79, this may be a valid option for a lot of people that are wanting to get into photography on a budget. I'll put a coupon code down below for an extra 8% off of this. So that's $79. You can save an extra 8% to get a nice manual focus lens that is a prime lens from Pergear that works really well on a Sony APSC system. So as always, I'll put product links down in the description below so that you guys can check it out for yourself. And as always, I'll catch you in the next review. Bye-bye.